The Brief Penguin Handbook, Guide to Better Writing. Part 1: Planning, Drafting, and Revising. Chapter 1: Think as a Writer. Expectations of writers in college and university. States explicit claims. Know that the main claim is often called a thesis. Supports claims with reasons. Express reasons after making a claim. We should do something because bases reasons on evidence. Provide evidence for reasons in the form of facts, statistics, testimony from reliable sources, and direct observations. Consider opposing positions. Help readers understand why there are disagreements about issues by accurately representing differing views. Analyzes with insight. Provide in-depth analysis. Investigates complexity. Explore the complexity of a subject by asking, have you thought about this? Or what if you discard the usual way of thinking about a subject and take the opposite point of view? Organizes information clearly. Make the main ideas evident to readers and indicate which parts are subordinate to others. Signals relationships of parts. Indicate logical relationships clearly so that readers can follow an argument without getting lost. Documents sources carefully. Provide the sources of information so that readers can consult the same sources the writer used. Think about the process of communication. That process, communication, involves the interaction of three essential elements: the writer or speaker, the audience, and the subject. These three elements interact with one another. Speakers make adjustment to their presentations of a subject depending on the audience. Think of how you talk to small children. Just as speakers adjust to audiences, audiences continually adjust to speakers. Think of how your attitude towards speakers changes when they are able to laugh at themselves. Think about how to persuade others. Aristotle defined rhetoric as the art of finding the best available means of persuasion in any situation. He set out three primary tactics of persuasion: ethos, appeals based on the trustworthiness of the speaker; pathos, appeals to the emotions and deepest held values of the audience; logos, appeals to logic, reasoning, and evidence. Understand your audience. Who is most likely to read what you write? How much does your instructor know about your subject? Does your instructor want you to define key terms or concepts to show that you know them? What aspect of your treatment of the topic will your instructor find interesting? What is your instructor's attitude likely to be towards your subject? If your instructor holds an attitude different from yours, can you get him or her to consider your view? What does your instructor want to see you do in this assignment? Compare, synthesize, evaluate. Build your credibility. How can you convince your instructor that you are knowledgeable about your subject? Do you need to do research? How can you convince your instructor that you have thought carefully about your subject? What strategies can you use that will enhance your credibility? Should you cite experts on your subject? Can you acknowledge opposing positions, indicating that you've taken a balanced view on your subject? Does the appearance, accuracy, and clarity of your writing give you credibility? Identify your purposes for writing. Are you analyzing a verbal or a visual text to understand how it persuades readers, how it makes us think and feel in certain ways? Are you describing and reflecting on people, place, experiences, and ideas? Are you writing a personal essay, blog, or travel narrative? Are you writing to report information, to explain a process, to explore questions and problems, or to analyze patterns, connecting, and causes? Are you arguing for a position on a controversial issue or arguing to convince people to take a particular course of action?